My current research projects comprise a large one on an 11th century exceptional layman who was also a theologian, a nobleman, a teacher and a poet, Grigor Magistros Pahlavouni. He hails from an ancient family. He believes that he hails from the Arsacid kings and from Saint Gregory the Illuminator, the founder of Armenian Christianity. So he comes from both the founder of the Armenian Church and from the royal dynasty that ruled over Armenia from the 1st to the 5th century of our era. His work is difficult to read, in particular his letters. He has an epistolary of about 90 letters, which I tried to translate into English with a commentary in 3 volumes about his life and other works as well. The language is extremely complex, classical Armenian with a lot of Greek reflected into the Armenian language, and convoluted in ideas. If you have no idea about number symbolism, for instance, then it's sometimes very, very strange to see letters ending with ideas about the triangle, about the pentagon or the hexagon, or about the one, which then is God. One of the things he does is keep a close eye on how Armenia fares as a nation, as a church, and, if possible, as a state. He actually lives in the 11th century through a very difficult time for Armenia. Born around 990, he died in 1058, and in his lifetime most of the kingdoms that existed when he was born of Armenian kings came to an end. His own life was full of difficult moments. In 1021, his father, an important nobleman at the court and an important warrior, died. He became responsible for his family's possessions and welfare. He founded an academy, a school, in which he taught the trivium and quadrivium, the 7 liberal arts, and in which he became actually the teacher of a lot of important people. One of them was his own son, Vahram, who 8 years after his death became Catholicos of all Armenians, the head of the Armenian Church, and was the first of the Pahlavouni family of 7 or 8 generations who became Catholicoi, so heads of the Armenian Church. Grigor, of course, didn't know that, but he wouldn't have been surprised about it. One set of letters is very interesting. 9 out of his 90 letters are written in answer to or on his own initiative to the ruling Catholicos of the day, the head of the church, Petros, the turner of the river, Getadarts. And one of the letters is in the form of a poem plus a prose piece where he chides the Catholicos. He says, he gives him a gift. Often letters were accompanied by a gift. It was handed to someone, to the person for whom it was destined, by a bearer of the letter, who often also had an oral part to say, which we don't find anything in the letter about. He gives him the gift of a crozier, the staff of a church dignitary. And the poem is of such a sharpness that you get the impression that Grigor tells his friend, the Catholicos, Petros, you are the leader of the flock. Be a leader of the flock. Be a leader of your nation. One of the things I find absolutely fascinating is that I think that this layman actually thought that he had a higher claim, if you want, to instruct the Catholicos than that the Catholicos would have in instructing him. Because he believed that his ancestry, as I said, came from Saint Gregory the Illuminator, the founder of Christianity in Armenia. So his family is a family of Katholikoi and is a family of kings. So here we have the greater telling the lesser, through this gift of a crozier, you must lead the church and do not falter.